Welcome Pokemon Go trainers, welcome back to the channel. So in this video I am featuring one of my friends battle whose IGN is Riddler and he is running Mandibuzz to climb the elo. He is currently at ace rank. He is very good battler, very good at catching the moves. So do watch the video till end, and if you haven't subscribed the channel, please subscribe it. So let's begin the video. So team consists of Mandibuzz, Shadow Hypno, and the closer is Ariados. So first opponent has Typhlosion in lead, so we can survive one Blast Burn or the Thunder Punch, so we are not going to shield the first one. Let's see what they decide to throw here. They full send the Blast Burn, it hits hard. We are going to go for Dark Pulse. This might grab the shield because Typhlosion is very glassy Pokemon, and we go for the Dark Pulse. They shielded the move. Now he safe switches into the Hypno, and this Confusion are doing a lot of damage, and they are going to throw a move. This could be a Blast Burn which is going to one-shot them, so we are going to shield this move. And actually they go for Thunder Punch bait. Now I think we can just farm them down. This could be another Thunder Punch, but just to be safe we are going to shield this move because Incinerate generates more energy, and this was a Thunder Punch bait again. And here comes the Dragonite on loaded Hypno. We have back-to-back Ice Punches almost ready, so we are going to go for the first one. This grabs the final shield, and next one will definitely knock out, and they don't reach Dragon Claw. Actually this was misplay by the opponent. This Ice Punch is going to be enough to knock out the Dragonite, and let's see what he's going to come with. Let's see what the final Pokemon is. Maybe Typhlosion will return, so he's going to wait for the switch timer. Let's see what happens. And there is a Venusaur at the back, so this looks very winnable. Once he generates energy, he catches the move. He catches the Frenzy Plant on the Mandibuzz, which is resisted. So very good catch. And now I think this Aerial Ace will knock out the Venu, but before that Venu surrenders. And good game. Let's move towards the next opponent, and it's a Mandibuzz versus Dragonite. So we are going to stay here because back to Pokemon is going to struggle, and actually they are running Dragon Tail, which is going to put a lot of pressure on the Mandibuzz, but Mandibuzz is very tanky. I think this is a CMP tie, so we went for the Aerial Ace, and it was a superpower. This is going to knock out if they don't shield, or they might survive here. Let's see. And I think they will shield here, so they do shield, and now they are going to dip into Azumarill. So we have a hard answer, which is Ariados. We can go for the Trailblaze and boost up our attack. So this Trailblaze is going to be super effective grass type move on Azumarill. And look at the damage, almost half of the health of Azu is gone. So we have 2 shield advantage, so definitely we should be shielding here. Actually my friend decided to no shield and call the Ice Beam. So we think we can reach another Trailblaze. So this is going to definitely knock out the Azumarill if they don't shield. Let's see. And they are not shielding here, so we are fine. And here comes the Dragonite. We don't reach any move. This is fine. We can come with Shadow Hypno and just farm them down. I think we should shield once at least because this is our last Pokemon. So let's see what happens here. So they go for the Dragon Claw, and here comes the Ferrothorn. This is kind of bad for us because Ferrothorn is steel typing, resist confusion, and we don't have Fire Punch. Instead we have a Ice Punch, which is not going to be that much doing damage to the Ferrothorn. So they are going to go for Power Whip, I think. And yes, they go for the Power Whip. Another Power Whip will knock out the Hypno, but we have one shield, and here I think he was trying to catch, but it was unsuccessful. So this could be a Thunder, which is going to one-shot the Mandibuzz. And good call, he shielded here. So we are going to go for Dark Pulse, putting him a bit low. But I think it's a bit difficult to win this matchup. So let's see what happens here. So going for Dark Pulse, and we have put them in a range where Ice Punch should be enough. And here opponent did a mistake. He gave him farm down. I think Aerial Ace should be enough. So he's going to throw a move. If this is Thunder, then this is going to knock out the Mandibuzz. But we have stored energy. But they go for the Power Whip, and we ensure that we get the knockout. So we throw one more Air Slash, and we reach the Dark Pulse. This Dark Pulse is more than enough to knock out the Ferrothorn, and we are going to secure the win. So good game. Let's move towards the next opponent, and the next opponent has Mandibuzz versus Azumarill, a bad lead. So he's going to say switch into Hypno, and let's see what they are going to dip here. So they are going to stay here. They might try to catch. This could be an Ice Beam. Hypno can survive it even in a shadow form. It's very bulky Pokemon, and yes, they go for Ice Beam. And now they come with Diggersby. So actually they were trying to catch the Thunder Punch on Diggersby, but my friend didn't throw here. So this Ice Punch is going to do super effective because of part ground typing. We can reach another Ice Punch, before they reach scorching sand. So this ice punch is going to put a lot of pressure on them. Might they shield here? And they don't shield. This is going to put them very low, and actually I think it was a CMP tie. So this scorching sand is going to be enough to knock out the Hypno. Actually it survived. One more confusion goes through. Now we can come with Mandibuzz and just farm them down, and hopefully something at the back is weak to Ariados as well. We have to hope here. So he's going to go for Fire Punch. Actually goes for Scorching Sand and debuffs his attack. So this is fine. We have stored a move. Now we have to do immediately swap out into Ariados, and they are not swapping out. So we are going to go for Trailblaze. This is going to do super effective damage. This might grab the shield. Let's see what happens here. And they are not shielding. I think we should shield our Ariados because something at the back is weak to Ariados as well. So we are shielding here, and this is Ice Beam. We can farm them down. Here comes the Fairy type and Ice typing Alolan Ninetales. So we are going to go for the lunge to debuff their attack. So now this Poison Sting are going to do super effective damage, and I think we should go for another Trailblaze just to boost up the attack. I think we can survive this Weather Ball, so definitely we are not shielding. And here my friend goes for the lunge. I think he wants more debuff. So let's see. I think this might grab the final shield, and our switch timer is up. I think we should snipe them with a aerial ace. And yes, we go for the snipe. This is going to be a Weather Ball, but as it is twice debuff, so I don't think it is going to do that much. Look at the damage, it didn't do that much. But now this aerial ace is going to put them into red health. It is not going to be enough to knock out. Now opponent switch timer is up, and they dip into Azumarill. So just to be safe, they are going to throw aerial ace immediately. They don't want to take Ice Beam damage. And now opponent has cleared his debuff. So this is look bit awkward. Now they throw Ice Beam. So definitely we should be shielding the Ice Beam because Weather Ball doesn't do that much as compared to the Ice Beam. And here all I have to do is reach aerial ace. But my friend decided to do a very good savage catch. A catch on 1 HP Ariados. And this is going to knock out the Ariados. And we are going to reach aerial ace. He had back to back. So my friend realized that their win con is to catch the move. As I said in the beginning of the video, he is very good at catching. So this aerial ace is going to be enough to knock out the Ninetales, and we are going to secure the win. So good game, we won this match. And let's move towards the next opponent. Let's see what the next opponent has for us. And it's a Mandibuzz versus Dragonair. So we are going to stay here. We will throw a Dark Pulse before dipping into other Pokemon, because staying here is not a good idea because Dragon Breath are doing lot of damage. So definitely they are going to go for Aqua Tail. And yes, they go for Aqua Tail. Let's see if they decide to shield here. And this Dark Pulse is going to grab the shield, or it will get the damage. And they allow to get the damage. So we are going to snipe them. But they were smart enough. They dip into Diggersby on the perfect timing. So we are going to go for Ice Punches to do super effective damage on this ground typing. So let's see. And there's a super effective damage. We can reach another one. They are going to throw a Scorching Sand. This is not going to be enough to knock out the Hypno. We can reach one more Ice Punch easily. Luckily we didn't get the Scorching Sand debuff. So now this Ice Punch might grab the shield, or it will get the damage on Diggersby. And this grabs the shield, which is also good for us. So now they are going to throw here. I think they should be throwing, and they throw on a perfect timing just before we reach the Ice Punch. And they throw Fire Punch here. So this is a good idea to throw a Fire Punch instead of Scorching Sand, because it is a overkill and wastage of energy. They are going to spam out those more Fire Punch, and here comes the Spark Lantern. So now it all depends on Ariados to clean the game. So definitely we are going to go for Trailblaze and boost up our attack. This might grab the shield. Actually they don't, and we have 2 shield advantage. But our lose con is, if they catch a move on either of their Pokemon, then we will lose it. So we have to be very careful while throwing our move. So we shielded this Surf, and we throw, and this was a CMP tie on second Surf, I believe. So this will definitely grab the shield, and yes, it does, and it boosts up our attacks. Definitely we are shielding our Ariados, and now I think switch timer is going to get up anytime soon. And yes, he comes with the Diggersby. So we store a move and then catch a Fire Punch on the Mandibuzz. So this is a win con for us. We caught a move again, and this Fire Punch is not going to be enough to knock out the Mandibuzz, and he just farm us down. He could have Fire Punch. So we have to throw this Trailblaze immediately and boost up our attack. So let's see what he's going to do here. Maybe Lantern will return. Actually throws Dragonair and we just farm them down. An opponent realized he did a mistake by coming into Dragonair and he's going to top left. So let's move towards the next opponent. Let's see what the next opponent has for us. A Dream Lead, Shadow Venusaur into Mandibuzz. Actually we can stay here because back to Pokemon are also strong against the Venusaur. So we can take those Hydro Cannon easily, and let's see if we can grab the shield here. This Hydro Cannon doesn't do that much. Mandibuzz is that much tanky Pokemon. So this Dark Pulse might pressure the shield. Let's see what happens here. And they are going to shield here. Now they safe switch into Hypno. So Hypno can also take one Hydro Cannon. So easily no shield here. So yes. And this Hydro Cannon does a good amount of damage but doesn't knock out. We can throw Ice Punch, but my friend decided to just farm down with a one shield, and let's see. This is going to knock out the Swampert, and actually they dip into Registeel. Now this is very bad. This is looking a bit uncomfortable for us because Registeel can counter all three Pokemon. So they shielded the move. I think they were worried about the Fire Punch. We can go for second Thunder Punch. This is going to do neutral damage. Let's see. And they have to throw energy because they cannot farm down. So this could be a Zap Cannon, I believe, or maybe a Focus Blast. It is enough even though it's resisted. They go for the Focus Blast, and now it all up to Mandibuzz. And if they catch a move, then this is a loose con. We have one shield, so definitely we should be shielding this move. This could be a Zap Cannon which will one-shot the Manda. And this is a Zap Cannon, we shielded. We do get the attack debuff, and here they were trying to catch the Dark Pulse on the Swampert. But very good presence of mind, and I think Registeel will return here, maybe. And yes, actually they come with Venusaur for some reason, and here my friend decided to store two Dark Pulse, which is a very good strategy, which can help us to knock out the Registeel. And we are going to stay here, and he throws a Frenzy Plant, and which is not very effective because Ariados is Bug typing and the Poison typing, so Grass move are resisted. But this lunge is going to do a lot of damage. He reaches another move. Ariados again can survive it and can just farm them down. So goes for the Frenzy, and it survived. And here comes the Registeel. So they saved Venusaur. I think they want to try to catch. So we are going to go for lunge to do some debuff. And they cannot farm us down with a fast move. They have to throw a charge move. So I think this is a range where two Dark Pearls should be enough to knock out the Registeel. And all of a sudden it looks winnable for us. This is the reason why he stored two Dark Pearls, because he knew that his win con is to save as much energy as he can on the Mandibuzz. So now this Dark Pulse is going to help to secure the win, and this Registeel is going to get knockout, and I think one Air Slash should be enough to knock out the Venusaur, and we are going to secure the win. So let's move towards the final match of this video, and let's see what the final opponent has for us. And it's a Mandibuzz versus Drapion. It's a good lead for us because back to Pokemon kind of struggle. Ariados is neutral, but still he will struggle because the bulk is very less, and Mandibuzz is very tanky. And this is where Air Slash helps out, and we are going to go for Aerial Ace. If it was a Snarl, then it would have not done that much pressure. So they are going to throw Aqua Tail, I believe, or maybe Sludge. They are running Aqua Tail standard moveset, Crunch and Aqua Tail. So we are going to go for second Aerial Ace. No, actually they throw here. So Drapion is very spammy and very annoying. He reaches Aqua Tail very quickly. As you can see, in few seconds the Aqua Tail was ready. So this is fine, we can survive it. Now I think we should throw an Aerial Ace, and this Aerial Ace might get them very low. This is not a shadow one, so I think he will survive it. And he survives, and he reaches another Aqua Tail. So this is very bad for us. Now I think Mandibuzz is going to get out of the health, and one more Air Slash, and he dips into Whimsicott. So this is very good matchup for the Ariados. One lunge is going to do a neutral damage. It is not going to be super effective because they are part fairy typing. And let's look at the damage. Still it did a good amount, and it drops the attack. So none of the charge move from the Whimsy is going to be super effective. So not very effective Moonblast, and opponent doesn't see any win con, so they are going to top left. So hopefully you have enjoyed this video. If you do, please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe to my channel. Also share with your Pogo friend. If you want to showcase your battles on my channel, please share, DM me on Facebook. Till the time, take care trainers, have a good day, bye.